from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. This is your host, Rody Rob, or I am one of your co-hosts, I should say. This is episode 503 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. I'd like to welcome you if you're joining us on YouTube Live, Twitch Live. We're also here on Spotify, on Periscope. We're on Mixer. We're on we're on everything right now. So Facebook Live
Brian's
as well.
On Grindr.
Yeah, Brian's on Grindr.
That's not true. That's fake news.
Swiping right. And welcome to our quarantine show number fucking who knows how many by now. We're going to talk about AEW and NXT tonight. We're going to talk some wrestling, try to take your mind off of the problems of the world. And before we get started, I want to say thank you for joining us and to the board. And I'm going to pull the board up right now. I have the board here somewhere. There you go. On our board, the lieutenants who I see right now on the board are Stike Leather, Jason Sklenar, and there's about 3,000 on the board. Those are the two I want to talk about. But the other two I want to talk about are our co-host, Bionic Brian. Say hi.
What's up, man?
Hey, brother. Good to see you, man.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out this the volume there. Hey, Rody, happy birthday, sir.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm 24 tonight, and I'm dyslexic. So, yeah.
Hey, also, I thought you were going to put a graphic above the reaction show part. I thought you were going to put, like, AEW or NXT.
It's just blank.
Yeah, it just says nothing.
Oh,
it's just got a bunch of bricks.
I gotta put something up there, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, I've been drinking cocktails all day long, and I'm still doing it right now. But
I have another complaint too before we start. I'm sorry.
Oh, what's that?
Why
just let me know when you want the host to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is my box smaller than both of yours?
Because you're turning sideways.
Yep. Because you're turning Japanese, you really think so? Yes.
That's a power move, and I don't appreciate it. But go on.
Well, anyway, so.
Well, that's why I fixed mine tonight. I noticed we were both small last Monday, so I wanted to be big.
That other voice you're hearing is our host for the night, Mr. Adam to the Bomb. Everybody say hi, Adam.
Hello, everybody, and happy birthday to you, sir. You look great for 24.
I appreciate that.
You look okay for 42.
No.
But lots of stuff happened tonight. We got takeover style matches going on one show, and we've got a normal show on the other. I felt like, and we're gonna dissect them both. Of course, Rob will be focused mostly on NXT, and Brian will be focusing on AEW side.
Actually, I'm gonna be focused on my Captain and Ginger I'm drinking.
Okay, so Rob will be focusing on the board. I will be representing NXT then, I guess.
Yeah.
And Sklenar says, thank you so much for acknowledging me over the 3,000 people. Stike says, same here. Hey, guys.
There's so many.
Here, we got to acknowledge you first.
There's so many.
Yeah. So let's get it started.
Yeah.
We have on one side, no surprise, we have the curtain jerk 6-woman ladder match. Let's see who we got. Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox, Chelsea Green, Io Shirai. I don't like. I'll say her name though, Mia Yim. Then we have Lance Archer.
That's the
Alan Angels.
That's the
what was that?
That's the baddie, the head baddie in charge.
Who? Oh yeah.
Mia Yim, head baddie in charge.
Oh, right.
Yeah. She better give good head because she's baddie.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Archer
that was aggressive.
Keith Lee's going to fuck you up.
Oh, bask in his glory. Archer and Alan Angels on the other side. Let's just get that one out of the way because we're going to talk about the ladder match probably at length. Brian, pretty much a squash match.
But it should be noted before that happened, there was a awesome Jake Roberts promo kicked off with him just in an empty room, and he was kind of comparing getting in the ring with Lance Archer as jumping out of a plane with no parachute and just doing like a bunch of activities that are like extremely risky. He was comparing that to being in the ring with Archer. So it was a cool promo. Jake put him over. He also put over the TNT Championship with it, which I thought was pretty cool. So it was interesting seeing them go from having a match right away. I feel like they've had a lot of tag matches lately to kick off shows or singles matches. where this one was just a quick promo with fucking Jake Roberts cutting it, which I thought was awesome. But yeah, I mean, the match itself, it was a total squash. Alan Angles, he's one of the guys that he's been used a lot as one of the extras that, like MJF when he threw the beer.
Wait, was it Angles or Angels? I wrote Angels.
What did I say? Angles? It's Angels. Yeah,
I said it right. Check the tape. I got
Angels.
a bingo hall guy right, and Brian didn't.
Well, I misspoke. Sorry, sir. Sorry. I'm very overwhelmed because it's Rhodey's birthday. I feel like I should have gotten a gift and I didn't. Now I feel like an asshole.
I got him a gift.
What's your gift?
Shirt.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did give me a shirt. Is there a way is there a way to turn your mic up, Adam?
Yeah, I can barely hear you, host.
Me?
Yeah, can you turn your mic up?
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. Is that better, Brian?
We're asking him to do something technical. What the
I know.
fuck?
I know.
Live
I
on air. That's crazy.
I'm not there too. I tell you what, Brian, turn yours down just a little bit, and I'm gonna turn the whole channel up. And maybe.
Oh, look at the executive producer doing something executive production.
Well,
right?
Special circumstances require special attention. So there we go.
Anyway,
how's that? Is that better?
Anyway,
it's horrible, but we'll get through it.
Is it really?
Match.
Turn yours down, Brian.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, squash match for Archer. Not much to talk about. Brian, I think you covered it. The Jake promo was the big thing. No way Archer was going to lose here. It was the promo told the story. The match got him showcased and moving on. We also had in that first little bit of segment for AEW, we had Sheeta. I know you like Sheeta, Brian, versus Britt Baker. Britt ate the turnbuckle, and that beak of hers was bleeding all night.
Yeah, I don't know if it was when she hit the turnbuckle or not. I'll have to go back and check the tape. # check the tape. But she was fucking bleeding from her nose to the point where during the match, it was interesting. She actually went and grabbed Paul Turner's the black latex glove that he was using to protect himself. Looked like she grabbed it, tried to put it on her hand to give the whatever the mandible, whatever it is, the fucking thing where she puts her hand in the person's mouth. So it looked like she was about to do that, which I don't know if that was just improvising on the fly or if she was actually thinking of doing that with like bloody hands. Because at that point, her nose is already bleeding, and that would have been gross for her to put her hand in Sheeta's mouth, especially with. I mean, come on, there's a pandemic going on right now. Not a good look. So
I mean, when you're wrestling with someone that close and literally probably touching every part of their body.
Yeah, but if she's bleeding,
some blood.
No, but if she's clearly bleeding, and then she has a move to put her hand in the opponent's mouth, I don't think it would fly.
Yeah, no, I think if she has AIDS, then we have an issue. But considering what we got going on right now, COVID's going to be there either way you go. I mean, a headlock, you got COVID. Blood, you got COVID.
This was a really good women's match.
Brian
really
good match. About that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
You mean coronavirus, Rob?
No, I just yes, coronavirus. I'm sorry, the cold. I don't want to overshadow, and I know Brian apparently is fucking hyped out of his mind about the opening bout here, and I love your energy, Brian. But I want to circle back real quick and talk about, hey, if I had to decide how to start out a wrestling show with a limited cast and all the restrictions that we have. A Jake Roberts promo sitting fireside is just a formula for success every week, it seems.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though he was kind of, it was very ominous and stuff. But Jake Roberts, he's always been able to kind of captivate the audience. So having the show kick off with him and just kind of inviting us into this kind of weird promo of his, I thought it was great.
And the other thing too that got me on this opening, or not the opening match, because Archer good match, squash over, but the women's match with Sheeta and Britt Baker. The match
that's
was
what we're talking about, Rob.
Well, I'm getting there. You blew past everything else, so I wanted to get everything in it. So
no, I didn't. I was letting Brian.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You don't have to defend yourself. It's cool, bro. It's cool. I love you, man.
Have to talk over you.
I love you, man. It's cool.
I can barely hear Adam.
I know. he's got his new AirPods in his ears, so he's trying to figure out how to make those work. Just angle them closer to your mouth. Just turn this.
I'll
angle
ask
them.
the board. Let's see.
Angle them. There you go. Just do that. Talk now. Try that.
Is that better?
That's much better.
It's much better, actually, much better.
Okay.
But the Sheeta and Britt Baker match, the only part that really stood out to me was there was a part where Sheeta took Britt Baker and threw her over the top turnbuckle and like bent her backwards with the small of her back over the top turnbuckle, and that made me pop. I was like, holy fucking shit, that looks painful, Brian.
That was towards the end of the match. That move was brutal. When I saw that, I definitely fucking popped for that one. Britt really took that on the side. That looked like that legitimately fucked her up, and that was towards the end of the match, which set up the win for Sheeta.
Let's just be honest. The reason that it looked like it fucked Britt Baker up is because she's not that good of a wrestler, and it did fuck her up.
Well, the first reason has nothing to do with your second reasoning.
Yeah, nobody's arguing that point, Adam.
Right.
So he just wanted to be mean. Herself. She doesn't know how to sell. She knows how to make Sheeta look bad.
Oh my god.
Let's go to the NXT women's side. I mentioned the competitors. Dakota Kai has what's her nuts, Rena Gonzalez by her side, and Chelsea Green. Wow, she is aptly named, and I mean the green part. Is with Robert Stone. Him and Chelsea Green, I thought was horrible.
Really?
There was a part when the two of them had an exchange, and they were the featured players because the first 20 minutes didn't really have more than two people in the ring at the same time. But Mia and Chelsea's part looked like, you can probably know this better than me, but it looked like two people slowly just rehearsing their spots and steps in the back. Like, it did not look like the actual execution of it. They were not at full speed. They did not come off clean. I really didn't. I mean, Mia Yim and Chelsea Green really brought the match down for me. The other four ladies belong there, and I thought did a good job. If I had a petty thing, when you have all these ladders and things that are going to get broken toward the end, and Candice and Io are both climbing a ladder, one of them has a crash pad behind them, a.k.a. the ladder, and the other one doesn't, pretty much know who's falling. So that was a little telegraphed, but I thought it was a really good match. Out everything to do with Mia Yim and Chelsea Green. It was so sad that Robert Stone took the ladder bump better than Chelsea Green, even at that part.
Are you kidding me? No, dude.
She felt like a fish out of water.
No.
Petty town.
Dude, Chelsea Green took that bump on the top rope where her leg got thrown over the top, and I don't care who you are. That hurts. I don't care who you are.
Because she didn't do it right. Watch Robert Stone next to it, and he took the bump right. He jumps off the ladder. He has his arms to protect him, and it looks like he gets hung up on the top rope.
Okay.
And then he rolled to the outside.
What school did you go to?
Dude, I was just gonna ask that. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, he took the bump right, and she didn't. She took a bump on the rope. I mean, that's a bump. That's a bump in itself.
No, I'm pretty sure
her
Adam
got caught on the rope, and she almost had her head hit the back of the ladder.
It was a
after
spot.
She got stuck.
No, she clearly was meant to be there. It was clearly a designed spot for her to hit the rope, Brian.
I did not watch a lot of NXT, so I cannot say. But I will never, Adam. I mean, come on, you can't tell them how to bump, brother.
Right. Speaking of learning how to bump, Brian, can you read the board to us? Do you have the board available?
Yeah. Vice is saying that Britt Baker should just be a manager. All right. Jason Sklenar says Adam looks like Ben Stiller in There's Something About Mary. Let's see. Then Jason also says Britt Baker should just be a dentist.
Yeah.
Stiller's Jewish.
Yeah, that's true. Psych is saying, so heel turn was better Britt Baker or Candice LeRae? What do you guys think?
So what was that again?
Who was a better heel turn, Britt Baker or Candice LeRae?
I don't think Candice LeRae was a heel turn.
I definitely agree with that, Rob. And I don't give any shits about Britt Baker, so obviously Candice LeRae, Stike.
I mean, Britt Baker's was obvious. I think Candice LeRae is arguable.
And Shoji's just saying, is it petty to say I'm tired of seeing identical leg braces between Knox and Dakota every match? LOL.
I think that is pretty petty. LOL. And
now Jason's comparing Adam. He said, when did Adam become Dr. Tom?
Adam hasn't showered in 5 days. I just want to put that out there.
What are you talking about? I shower every day. I have to go out and work in this shit.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying your hair is definitely it's wild as fuck, bro. It's
I need a haircut really bad. It's not considered essential. Only liquor and Lowe's are considered essential.
Yes, I can guarantee that liquor is essential. So, hey, real quick story. I just want to tell you this story real quick.
Oh God, we're gonna go off topic.
No, yeah, off topic for a minute. So I went to the liquor store today, and they got the.
I guess it's your birthday. You're allowed.
Yeah, they got the door roped off, or not roped off, but taped off, so you can only be so close to it. And they got tape, so everybody's at least 6 feet away from each other in line. And there was this fucking hippie chick and her fucking boyfriend, at the front, and then I'm next, right in line, and then there's this black chick behind me, and then this white dude behind her, and the dude goes in to get the hippie chick her drink. And then she, and not even faking, she does this nasty fucking cough, like directly at us while we're in line. Like, ugh! Right? And I'm like, immediately I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? She doesn't cover her mouth. Nothing. Just coughs it in our direction. And I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's a fucking global pandemic and you can't put your fucking hand over your mouth? Are you fucking kidding me? And the dude was about to buck up and say something, which I was ready for. And then the chick behind me's like, yeah, motherfucker, what you gonna do, you nasty fucking asses? And that was it. And then they got their shit and left. And I was like, oh, get my margarita. I'm good now. Sorry, there's my story. I thought it was funny. You're welcome, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
all right.
It was intense.
All right.
It was intense.
That sounds intense.
Hey, real quick. Hey, look, Mia Yim's not that great. Mia Yim's not, I mean, I don't want to say that. Mia Yim is not what we thought she would be. Okay? I would agree with that. I think she played her part in this match. I think Chelsea Green played her part in this match as well.
You're fucking crazy.
Really? You don't think?
Yeah.
I mean, look, Mia Yim.
Chelsea Green and Mia Yim brought this match down from a potential high quality match to who gives a fuck.
Look, Mia Yim was not great in a one-on-one title match at Takeover. I completely agree with you on that one. She was not ready for that. I completely agree. I thought tonight, though, in a ladder match, you need these people to do their role, play their role. I thought she played her role well. I'm going to give the props.
When she was exchanging with Candice, when she was exchanging with Io, yes, it wasn't as obvious. But everybody else, when they had exchanges with Chelsea, was able to try and make her look okay.
All right.
When me and Chelsea were together, it was like, God, why am I not watching AEW tonight?
Real quick, I want to hit the board.
Guess what? I switched the channel and found Britt Baker and got my answer.
You did. Real quick on the board, some personal reach-outs for me, and I appreciate it. Anaconda Vice says, Rob, do you know Carol Baskin? Yes, I do. She fucking killed her husband, and Joe was framed. Let's see here. Going down, Anaconda Vice, is it your birthday, Rob? It is. I'm 24. We talked about that. And Soji asked me if I wore a mask. Always. I go out with a mask and gloves on because I care about other people. Okay, go ahead, Adam. What's your next? Whatever.
Oh, Brian's got a mask, so he can finally start leaving the house.
Oh, he's got an N95 mask. I'm jealous, bro.
Bro, I found this in like just a random box, like a couple weeks ago.
That's
just
awesome.
Totally random.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
Talk for a second.
Then I found this.
What is that? Oh, you found some fucking sanitizer?
What?
Oh my God, Brian had a fucking doomsday box and he didn't even know it. That's amazing. I know.
So if you guys need a place to come by, I mean, I've got hand sanitizer and one mask that we can share.
So literally, wait.
Look at what happened to me today. What was found in the house?
Oh shit,
dude. Just lying around.
So literally, I went to Walgreens and they had one pack of fucking surgical.
95, Brian.
Yeah, that's awesome. They had one pack of fucking surgical gloves, and I was like, oh, fucking win. So I got a pack of 50, right? And we couldn't find masks, so what we did was I had a whole box of puppy pads that we never used. So I took some surgical scissors, I cut them into fucking squares, took some fucking some yarn my daughter had, and tied them on the ends and turned them into fucking surgical masks.
There you go.
How about that shit? All right, what's next, Adam?
Back to action. Vote here. The women's match on NXT with the 6 girls, or the women's match and the squash with Archer are what we have to vote against. Brian.
No, you know what?
Both, but take a pick.
No, you know what? From the sound of it, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a gimmick match like that with consequences, and we always say that the story kind of goes over the actual action. And for me, I thought there was more of a story with NXT, so I'm going to go with NXT on this one.
I mean, I'm there with you. Morrow told the story, I think, and gave away why I picked Io at the beginning, because he said, "Hey, he says she came to NXT to fight Charlotte." But we have seen her as a contender before. As Soji points out on the board, why is Rob? I'll go to you with this kind of question and let you vote. But Charlotte Io, is that enough consequence to make you I don't know, pop?
Am I excited about Charlotte and Io? Is that the ultimate question there? Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean now you have a booking for future.
Look, I was of the tribe that thought that Io was packing her bags about to catch the next flight back to Tokyo. I thought Io was gone, and I was sad about that. Not only because I like Io, but her entrance music is fucking fire. But just the thought of her and Charlotte, I think it's fabulous. The only thing that bothers me about her and Charlotte is a fucking no-sell machine. Charlotte gets in the ring with other people, does not sell their moves. She's conceited. Her entire ring style, and I'm not talking kayfabe. I'm breaking kayfabe here. I'm talking about, Brian, I'm talking about like how wrestlers do in the ring. She does not have any concern with making her opponent look strong at all, ever.
You think so?
Or putting them over in the end either. Like,
no.
There's no way Io's beating her.
I know I'm going to go to this dark place that everybody knows that I'm going to go to. But if you go to the Charlotte-Bianca Belair match, Charlotte no-sold the whole match. Charlotte in no way, when Bianca has been built to be strong her entire career in NXT, she no way made her look strong.
Yeah, but Rob, that's the thing. That she's in NXT, and Charlotte is this multi-time champion that's wrestled at WrestleMania.
Doesn't matter.
What do you
doesn't matter.
Done everything. Brian, you can't look good because they're not at your level. Look at Uha fucking Nation. He hasn't been on TV in I don't know how long, and Alistair has been on TV every fucking week. Went out there and did his job, and guess what? His opponent looked just as good as he did.
Yeah, but is Alistair a champion? No.
And
Alistair's getting a push.
Well,
I mean, you can't
that's
just
not
go
fair.
on the
That's
champion.
not fair.
That's not fair. I've seen Charlotte put on good matches. I've seen Charlotte sell, but Charlotte doesn't put over any of this younger talent. Like she wrestles well with the 4 horsewomen, but the others, look at that match, Brian. No sell. I hate to agree with Rob, but he's right.
I thank you for agreeing with me, Adam, but I disagree with you on one thing. You brought up the Asuka and Charlotte thing, and I think this is proof for the pudding here for me. Is if you go back and you watch Charlotte and Asuka at that Mania, the match that everybody was ready for, everybody was anticipating. It was Asuka won Royal Rumble. She was going in there fucking on a hot streak of fucking over 400 days undefeated. Fucking just awesome. If you watch that match, as strong as Asuka had been portrayed for more than a year, Charlotte no sold. Charlotte did not make her look good in that match at all. Charlotte is a selfish in-ring wrestler, and I don't mean that in kayfabe. I don't mean her character is selfish. I mean her as a person, as a real-life person in the ring with her opponents, is selfish and does not show the love that her opponents may show to her.
Wow, that was strong. Those are strong words, Rob.
I mean them. I mean every fucking word, every fucking minute of it. I mean
and he's 100% right.
Wow.
Around like her dad, but like she's doing that on a 5-year career, not like her dad with a 20-year, 30-year career that walked away from a plane crash, that had every reason to walk the walk and talk the talk. She's been handed everything, and she acts like she just got it on her own.
Right.
I'm sorry, she's great, but she's not the level that they have her at.
So, Brian, it's like this. Brian, let's say that RJ Black got had a jobber match on Raw, right? Just a jobber match. Nothing big.
Against BJ Lawton?
No, not yet. Not yet. Don't get ahead of me. I had a jobber match on Raw against Braun, right? Braun whooped my ass on Raw, right? RJ Black. And then I go to PWX here in Charlotte, and it's RJ Black as appeared on Raw versus BJ Lawton. Automatically, I have the high road because I am premiered on a big show, right? I'm RJ Black as shown on Raw.
Right.
And here I am against BJ Lawton, and you come in and you body slam me, and I get up. And then you come in and you lariat me, and I get up. And then you come in and you give me the big boot, and I get up. And then I do a weak DDT, and I pin you. That would be the equivalent of Charlotte versus everyone else that she faces. No respect.
A little extreme.
Nah, I don't think
it's a little extreme.
I don't think it is. I think if you go back, I think it's good to fantasize that she's not that way because you don't want her to be that way. But I think if you go back and watch her matches, that's exactly who she is.
Hey, I have something to say. What is Adam doing with his camera?
I don't know, but I do want to finish my point here and tell you this. I will tell you, without naming names, that people on the WWE roster have told me the things that I am saying verbatim. And
we don't even believe that you know anyone on the roster.
Well, yeah,
right.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know.
Verbatim. The people I know have said verbatim that she does that shit, and it pisses off the entire locker room. Go ahead.
Like Carl Malden.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Rob, did you vote?
On the first segment? Oh, NXT.
Moving on, we got a Balor recap.
You want to get the board before you do that?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Go
Brian,
ahead.
Go ahead.
Board it up.
You got it? Go for it.
Mike says now Io can teach Charlotte how to moonsault. Vice says Io still might leave just because she has a Charlotte feud. Rhea's visa expired here doesn't mean much. I think this might be, Brian, we didn't talk about this, but Rhea, said, hey, or
can't hear you, bud.
We lost you, Adam.
2 weeks over there, and they might not let her. So.
Oh, that's better.
What did you just press? Did you press something?
No.
It sounds way better.
Like speaker went off, it said.
I think your pods might be dead.
Oh.
Well, this sounds way better anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever you were doing wasn't working.
No.
Okay, well, you're good.
Anyway.
You're fucking great now. Go ahead.
So, but Rhea's gone. Maybe Io's just thrown in here. But it feels weird because you would have thought this was taped before Mania, wasn't it? So they knew the number one contender.
I don't know.
That I don't know.
It's all in the air. I do want to say
Don't you have sources?
He was supposed to read I do, and I can give. He was supposed to read the board here, and one of the things on the board
the
says.
Rhea thing got me off.
I know. I just wanted you to read where Anaconda Vice of all fucking people says I agree with Rob. I just wanted to make that a public thing.
Why don't you read that? He's just doing that for your birthday. Happy birthday, Vice threw you one.
Oh, okay, there you go. Hey, no, I will say this. I don't know if NXT was before Mania or not. I do know that this Monday Night Raw that's coming up is going to be live taped Monday night.
I don't know his source, but Evan Wright says this was taped before Mania.
Where is it?
Are you lubing up because of we're talking about Finn Balor?
Sir, this is not lube. This is antibacterial sanitizer, hand sanitizer.
You haven't even left the house, you schmuck.
Stay at home, hub.
I have to be pure, Adam. I have to be pure.
There's nothing pure about you.
What's up, Evan?
Go to the next segment, Adam. I'll be right
Rhea
back.
Posted a picture on her Instagram saying she's still in Florida. Yes, Rob didn't want to let me finish. She has to have a 2-week quarantine before they'll allow her to go home. So that's why. And then who knows when they'll allow her to come back.
Yeah.
Apparently an island country like New Zealand, Australia area, they're way, way crazier about this right now than the rest of the world, which is good for them.
And bad for us.
Yeah. So, Brian, you, me, and Sklenner. Yes, Sklenner, I'm talking to you. We were talking off air about where Finn Balor has been. Well, he's been fucking around with Imperium on NXT UK. We got to watch a replay of him being Alexander Wolf, and then we got to hear a new promo where we find out he's going to challenge Walter for the NXT UK title.
All right.
Do you care about any of that?
I mean, that's interesting. I love wrestling, and it seems like I don't ever have, I just never watch NXT UK. I don't know. That's the one promotion that kind of goes under the radar, and I feel like that's the vibe for. Unless you don't live over there, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I know you guys don't really watch it all that often, and I really don't know anyone that really does. To be honest, they've got a great roster, but I don't watch it all that much. So it's intriguing that he's over there. I'll give you that much.
So let me ask you,
Rob, do you think it's a situation of he's trying to bring some name ID to NXT UK?
You know, I don't know if it's that or not. Let me ask you this though. So Finn Balor, obviously in the UK. NXT UK is probably a big deal, right? We're not there, so right. we could assume that it probably is a big deal there, just like our local wrestling is a big deal to us, right? So Finn Balor, as much as we like him, and we all can agree that we like him in many aspects of him, not necessarily the way they've used him in every respect, but we like him. But he's one of those guys that I'm like, you know what? If he doesn't show back up on the main roster, I'm not going to feel a great deal of loss from it. Like when Punk left, and I hate to pull that card, but when Punk left, I felt a great deal of loss from it. If Finn Balor leaves and goes NXT exclusive, he's home. It's going to be good for their brand, which obviously they want to have be a strong brand. He's got to make his money. Are we going to feel that much of a loss if he's NXT UK full time?
Glenner will, I know that.
I won't. I mean, not really. I mean, he's great, but he's one of the guys. I'll give him my Pink Slip Award. I want him to get the fuck away from WWE and go to AEW, go to Japan, do something.
Yeah, there aren't three of him in AEW.
I mean, there's
only one.
He hasn't been shit on the main roster. I mean, he's had lots of opportunities, lots of big matches. I mean, he's definitely been pushed in a lot of directions. I mean, it's not like they were doing him wrong necessarily. I just don't think he was. I don't think he's a staple that I can't watch WWE without.
Right.
I agree with you, Rob. There, like we'll move on very quickly if he were to leave tomorrow. If I leave, what's the fucking song? Freebird. Yeah. If he pulls a Freebird, we're fine with that. I also agree with Brian. NJPW, if he went back there, he'd be a hell of a lot better off. He's more of a star there.
Yeah, I mean
he can't cut the chops here that he could there.
No, that's
the difference. No, and I'm not knocking him.
That's expanding the argument way beyond where it was meant to go. I don't. And look,
Brian said.
Brian said. I don't care what Brian said.
I don't care what Brian said either.
Yeah, this whole notion that somebody has to go to NJPW to be great. No, fuck that. They can be great in WWE if they're done right. And I think if he goes to NXT UK, he could be done right. It could build the brand in itself.
But that's the city's not done right. That's why we're suggesting that. But that's why this is part of that topic.
No, I just said a second ago that he has been done right. I mean, he's been part of.
He was started right. He had a great NXT run. He's the first Universal Champion.
Yeah.
Ever since that injury, he has not been.
I think you need
top guy.
I think you need to check the fucking tape. The dude had many fucking legit rivalries, legit spotlight moments on Raw. He was a featured character when he went down to NXT. He was featured. Now he's going to NXT UK. He's featured again. I don't think Finn has had a bad run or a bad booking run in any kind of way. Honestly, I really don't.
Do you ever believe that he's ever going to hold one of the big belts again on main roster?
Well, I mean, the point is that we're talking about that it is him not being on the main roster.
I'm just asking a quick question. In some point in his career, do you ever think he's going to hold one of the big belts on the main roster?
I think no. I don't think he will, because I think it's better business for him to not be there. But do I think if they brought him back to the main roster, would he win a big belt? Yes.
Yeah, 3-5 years from now.
100%. Yes, he could.
I think that's why he's not up there.
Okay.
Because they see him as a top-out mid-card guy now.
Okay, whatever. Read the board and then we'll move on.
All right, here's the board. Evan Wright says, Balor was jobbing to Baron Corbin for weeks on the SmackDown that you don't watch, Rob. Guy was a joke. He's right. That's how they treated him before he left. The UK has to worry about their Prime Minister surviving the week. I think WWE is the least of their worries, so he said.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Balor was jobbing out to Baron Corbin. Let's put a perspective. Now get your fan ass out of your fan head out of your ass for a second. as much as we don't like Baron Corbin, let's be honest. Baron Corbin has been involved in the major storylines on whatever roster he's on for at least 2 years now. So to say he jobbed out to Baron Corbin like Baron Corbin is some lower mid-card fucking stooge is bullshit. Baron Corbin
but when the guy never gets one up on him, Baron Corbin was owning his ass for weeks.
But it's
not like they were just featured. And
no,
they were
you don't
50-50.
like it. You don't like it because you don't like Baron Corbin. But if you're being agnostic and you're not hating on Baron Corbin, you can say that he was involved in major storylines with a major player in what they've been producing as a storyline. Therefore, he was still being booked in a major way on the main roster. I'm sorry. I don't like Baron Corbin either. But the reality is, it was a major storyline, a major character. He was being booked in a major way. And now he's going somewhere to be a top player in what they want to build as an international brand. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
All right. On the other side, promo against promo here. Brian, I'll let you break the whole thing down, but Brody Lee, that Vince again on the other side. Apparently, Rob pointed out that he wants to be called Mr. Brody Lee now.
Mr. Brody.
Mr. Brody, because that's something that just another Vincent Kennedy McMahonism.
McMahon.
So they're continuing with the jabs over there. And Brody again, he wrestled another squash match. There was a lot of squash matches on this episode.
Yeah, who was it? Johnson.
It was against
Lee Johnson.
Lee Johnson. Yep. Which I mean, it's okay for Lance Archer to kind of have squash matches, but just because I feel like he's not quite as familiar as Brody Lee is. But Brody Lee, I mean, everyone's pretty familiar with the Wyatt family. Like, if they've watched WWE, in the past 5 years, you know who.
Maybe this was for a debut for Lee Johnson then, Brian.
No, it was not. But I mean,
AEW likes to lose on your debut.
Yeah, but in this match, it was exactly what you think it would be with Brody going against a jobber. He beat him with one of those big time lariats. Actually, it was pretty cool, but. Other than that, I mean, this was just, it was another way to get Brody over, and they're still taking those jabs at WWE, which I enjoy. You can't really do that forever, but while his flame is hot with just leaving WWE and being so new in AEW, I enjoy it right now.
He didn't just leave. He had to wait for his no compete.
But you know what I mean.
Rob, you and I have talked about this off air. I want to segue to you on this one with Brody Lee. The Exalted One.
Yes.
Was this always the plan, was Brody Lee, and this was going to take lots of digs at Vince?
Oh, absolutely.
In your mind.
100%. Looking back now, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, right? So you look back at the Dark Order, and now you can realize, yes, it was completely 100% WWE. The big dude who was in charge, I forgot his name. The big dude who was in charge.
Evil Uno
was fucking Carano. From fucking WWE. It's clear to me now that was all a Vince gimmick to begin with. And I think it's fabulous.
Would Stu be, what's the other guy that, Kevin Dunn?
Kevin Dunn.
Maybe.
Yeah. Canyon Seaman, he's my favorite.
Maybe.
Because he's got a crazy name.
I think that the topic of is the Brody Lee character Vince, I think it's 100%, we can all agree that is what it is. What I took away from this match with Brody Lee more than anything else was that as excited as we were for Jericho to be on commentary, Jericho is horrible on commentary. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you 100% there. I was excited all day, and
they kind of tripped over one another a little bit. Obviously there's chemistry with the two of them. They were having fun, which you kind of got, but it did take away a little bit from some of the matches because Jericho does have a comedic style to it.
No, Brian.
He was awful.
No.
He couldn't pick a lane.
He
couldn't decide if he wanted to be his Le Champion character, if he wanted to be old school Jericho, if he wanted to be Chris Irvine. He couldn't follow it.
It was more than that. It was the fact that he couldn't call moves. And it wasn't.
Was that on purpose? Though?
No, it wasn't. No, we can
with the Eddie Guerrero one.
Look, two of us are in our 40s. Brian's in his 30s. We're all old enough to understand sarcasm and acting and legit fucking how you are. He was calling those moves.
He knows the Eddie Guerrero moves.
He was horrible. Oh, there's the Queen brought me a new drink.
Hey, what's up, Queen?
The Queen brought me a drink. You can't see yourself. Say hi.
Hello. Hey.
Hi, Queen.
Guys.
Hi, Queen Kiki.
Yeah, we can see you. Your shoulder and left boob are in the picture.
What the fuck? Stop being weird, Adam.
Yeah, what a creep.
She's got a bonnet on because I think she shaved her hair off tonight, and she didn't want to show me yet.
I did not shave my hair.
Okay.
I still have a lot of hair.
She has a lot of hair.
Looks like from Grease, the beauty school dropout, hiding the hair.
No, right, exactly. I think he was just bad. I think he just did not know the fucking moves to call, and that's fine. Look, I'm not hating on him. I love Jericho, and I will love Jericho to the day I die. Jericho is Jericho is the GOAT, but the fact that he just did not know a hip toss when he saw one was hilarious to me.
Well, he could have been fucked up. I mean, he's wearing glasses. We can't see his eyes. He could have been stoned. He could have been drunk. He could have thought he was on the cruise. Who the fuck knows?
No, yeah, you're right about that.
Good point.
Brian.
What?
Brody Lee, Balor. Who do you care more about?
Brody Lee, man. I'm sorry. The whole NXT UK thing, that does nothing for me. I'm very intrigued with the Exalted One and the whole way the Dark Order is going. So, AEW by far.
Rob, do I need to break the tie, or are you with Brian on this one?
Oh no, the Vince-isms is fucking fantastic. I love every minute. I love it more because I get my own information that everything we hear about him is absolutely 100% accurate. So yeah.
Okay, so next we're gonna go tag match versus tag match. Before we do, let's just quickly check on the board. I'm taking Jericho over whatever the fuck I witnessed through Sam Roberts 7 right says.
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
yeah, come on.
I mean, not all Jews could be good.
Yeah.
See, I disagree there. Jericho is fine. That's also from Evan. I like Brody Lee, but I still don't care about the Dark Order. Stike says, that's fair. And Soju's saying that's getting stale with Brody Lee. I'm ready for Luke Harper type character in AEW. No, let it breathe for now. Soji, I think the jury's still out. I'm entertained by it, but a fan like you that's not over yet, just wait. It might be there. Tag match. We have, and I might butcher all of this, so
probably
these are all fucking debuting dudes. On the NXT side, we have Malcolm Bivens coming out with Indus Shear, which is their tag name, but their real names are Rinku and Sarav.
Can we just call him Bell Biv DeVoe?
Okay. The Bell Bivens DeVoe thing against Everrise, which has the weirdest come to the ring ever. Rob, you're supposed to look this up. I don't know. They both got on the turnbuckle together. It was weird. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was weird.
Like Standing 69?
Pretty much.
Okay.
To the armpit.
Gotcha.
Matt Martell and Parker Chase are their names for Everrise. I don't know if Martell is related. Rob was supposed to look that up.
I didn't look it up.
On the other side, we have the Best Friends versus Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
And that match was for the rights to the tag team name of Best Friends. There was a silly little package before the match that we saw between Kenny.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because Kenny asked Michael Nakazawa what he thought our team name should be, and Michael Nakazawa suggested, why don't we be Best Friends? And then Kenny said, oh, there's already a team name, and then that's when Trent walked in, and it was very silly and over the top, but that was what that match was for, and for them winning, that's kind of the reason why they continued on and got to hold on to the name of Best Friends, which I thought was that was something that they definitely didn't need to throw in there, but it made sense as to why they were having a match together, so it was fun.
I mean, I liked the match. I continue to think Trent Beretta is still one of the most underrated guys on the roster. And tonight, Michael Nakazawa, definitely the weak link of the four, but he still played his part.
It was fun.
Yes, exactly. It was fun. There was some good spots. There was some good wrestling. I enjoyed it. On the other side, here, whatever their tag name is. Oh, sorry, Bell Biv and Zavo. That's pretty much a squash. I mean, it may have entertained you, but it didn't entertain you that long. It wasn't like the tag match. I feel we had to backtrack, Rob, on what we talked about on Monday. They couldn't let this match breathe because these are debuting guys that are supposed to Hulk smash real quick and leave.
Well, I mean, also we're talking about, again, a special circumstance. We're talking about people who you're in the area, we're going to use you, and that's it. So, yeah, I agree with you. Nothing special.
No, but I'm saying like Best Friends and Kenny Omega Nakazawa.
Oh, that one.
A nice long 20-minute match because they could let these four guys do that because it really didn't matter. They were just out there to wrestle a match. These two big boys, they had to have a quick victory. That's the story they're telling with them.
No,
they're AOP 2.0 with different races.
No, I don't know if that's fair because AOP was dangerous in the ring apparently, and these guys might not be. So let's not pigeonhole them to be AOP. They might be something
character-wise.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Look, as far as Kenny Omega and Nakazawa and Best Friends goes, it was a fun match. I think it was a fun match more because of Orange Cassidy getting involved. And also having the social distancing crowd on the outside, having the roster on the outside.
That's the biggest difference, Brian. We were talking about that without you. That's the biggest difference, having them out there.
They still did the group hug, though, which I thought was risky in this climate. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're doing body slams.
You're wrestling with them
come on,
and you
man.
can't fucking hug, Brian?
Hey, they got to do the elbow bump. I like the elbow bump.
No, the elbow bump's bad.
Oh, that is super petty.
What, the elbow bump is bad now?
Yes, the elbow bump is bad.
No, if you're going to wrestle,
no,
you can fucking hug.
Let me just put this out there. Everybody out there, the elbow bump is bad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you do the elbow bump, you lean in, and the other person leans in, and what happens is your faces come closer to each other because you're leaning in for the elbow bump than you would any other thing else. So that elbow bump is bad because you're getting your faces next to each other. Fist bump or a bow. Leave it at that. Let me put that out there.
Brian Evans talking about on the board with Stike, where Hangman's been. I think it was you, maybe it was Big Dan, that sent me the link of all what Hangman's been doing.
Yeah, so he recently just put out a whole video where he did it to the entire entrance song for Dynamite, but it's just him going around his house doing a bunch of shit, and they even have like the special effects, like the paint splattering everywhere in the background, and it just says Hangman stays the fuck at home or something in the back. It's fucking hilarious, but I think he's just staying away right now because he hasn't been involved in, last week or this week at all. He's still doing his thing on BTE, but I guess he's not being involved.
He's got his liquor. He's doing just what Rob's doing.
Yeah, he's got his beer. But it also should be noted, we also didn't mention there was a broken Matt Hardy promo right before.
Oh, we're getting there.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you skipped over it or not. Okay.
No.
Hey, get to it because I'm fucked up.
Just making sure.
Okay, well, obviously AEW wins. Let's move on.
Yeah.
When we were supposed to, Brian, talk about Matt Hardy here. Before we go to the main event matches, we get Matt Hardy here because he showed up earlier and then he wrestled, so that's why you got confused. But Matt Hardy, field that we're going to get Jericho potentially at the compound for Jericho does the circle that is internal. Dakenstein, he says Hager's really smart, but Jericho's got him under some mind control. And he says that Sammy Guevara is a false god. He's not even really Spanish. Probably can't even talk or can't even speak Spanish. And the whole thing was great. He's like, you tried to turn my best friend. What was your take on this? Because I saw it with Rob. I want to go to you first.
No, it was. I thought it was hilarious. I like the fact that they're not trying to be serious at all. The whole idea of this, any kind of ultimate deletion or total deletion, and now we have the elite deletion. The whole idea, the whole thing is crazy. So, you can kind of go outside of the box. And I like that they're taking a not so serious kind of attitude with it. I think having Jericho involved with it is going to be fucking gold whenever they do eventually shoot it, just because of all the stuff that we've had. I mean, it's been all the past ones, not so much the WWE one, but the TNA ones, the Impact ones that they did. Those ones were phenomenal. So having Jericho involved, there's no way that it can be bad. If anything, I mean, you're going to get all the hits. Hopefully we get, the Hounds involved. We get fucking Senor Benjamin.
I forgot about them.
Dilapidated Boat. We get we see them all. So I'm excited for it for sure.
I think this spot, I think this moment here kind of projects exactly what AEW is. Let's not take ourselves too seriously like WWE does. And I mean, the fact that, Vanguard is dropping the other shirt in the fucking fire pit or the dumpster fire, as he put it.
Right, garbage fire.
Fire. Fire.
I mean, little things like that, like talking to a fucking drone, talking in fucking in riddles like Matt Hardy does. It is such a fabulous moment. And
Jericho with the leather pants.
No, everything about it. It takes WWE is so serious about everything they do. They're so, you must be goddamn perfect on everything they do. And AEW is like, no, just fucking have some fun. And honestly, since the last couple months, AEW has been more entertaining to watch because I think in part they don't take themselves so seriously. It's wonderful. I love this.
I agree with you, Rob. I was thinking about this as you were saying it. You have those real horror movies with like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, that style. And then you have those really crazy like midnight movie schlock ones like Army of Darkness, Killer Clowns, or even Maximum Overdrive.
Toxic Avenger.
That poke fun at those stereotypes and stuff and just have fun with it. Like Bruce Campbell knows he's never winning an Oscar in his career. And he just had fun as the character for 3 Evil Dead movies. I think that's especially guys like Jericho and Matt Hardy. Their careers are made. I mean, they're at the end of it. Go out having fun, don't you think, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't take yourself too seriously. I mean, there are instances where you should, but I mean, the whole idea is it's supposed to be fun. I don't know what that is. Are you throwing up a blood sign? What is that?
Wait, what are you doing over there? I
don't know. He knocked his earbuds out.
Oh, there it is.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still getting used to him. He just got him. He's so excited. He got him for his birthday. He's like, oh my God.
I was trying to not take myself so seriously, as Brian was saying. Don't take yourself so seriously. So I was doing something.
We had a driveway date the other night.
Who did?
Me and Adam. We do from time to time. He'll come to the house. And we sit in the driveway, and he's, fucking 12 feet away from me, and we talk across the driveway, and we do our thing. And he was like, oh, my God, I just got my AirPods. I got to come over so I can fucking hook them up. And and I don't blame him because I got my AirPods, like, before all this shit started, and it's like they're fucking fantastic. I love them so much.
I didn't have a birthday, Rob. This was what I got.
No.
So, I mean...
And to break kayfabe here, let everybody know, I'll say it for you, Adam, that Adam... as far as birthdays go, every year he gets nothing. Like his family literally forgets that I'm talking not just mom and dad, but wife and kids. Kids probably, they're not, you can't blame them yet. Yeah. You can't blame them yet. But Adam gets nothing for his birthday. So this year he finally got something and he's like, I want to share it with you. So it's awesome. He's having fun with it, Brian. Hey,
I guess I'm happy for you.
Can somebody read one of the 10,000 viewers on the YouTube live chat board?
I have to fix my phone because I have to plug it in.
Yeah, I got it. Evan Wright on the board is saying Nakazawa using the baby oil to shake off the chops was funny to me. Yeah, exactly. They're not taking themselves seriously. And then Shoji saying they did the elbow last week. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
All right, Shoji. And then
he's talking about the best friend.
Nakazawa gave a blowjob tonight.
Excuse me, what?
I said he gave a blowjob tonight.
When his head went in the nuts in the corner, Rob says he was chowing down.
It wasn't in the corner. It was in the middle. It was in the middle of the ring, and he chowed down. Cody fucking did a little slam where he slammed him into the other guy, into his nuts, and his face was. Did you see it? And he's fucking sitting there like, and it didn't come out. It was like, I'm in there, I'm biting, I'm enjoying.
By the way, it's Kenny, not Cody, but whatever.
Yeah,
Kenny. Sorry, Kenny. Yeah.
Shoji on the board is just saying, are they setting up a compound match quickly because Boneyard and Firefly is getting so much praise? No, I'm assuming this was probably planned from the get-go with Matt Hardy coming in. I'm sure they wanted to throw this out there and get this going, since this is what everyone's been clamoring for ever since he's been free.
I think the show must go on for them, and they were planning to have the Elite versus the Inner Circle blow off at Blood and Guts, so that Jericho could be fighting here and Hager could be fighting there. Like Inner Circle still kind of doing stuff, but they don't have to be involved with the belt. Mox is the one challenging Hager instead of rematching Jericho. I think this was definitely planned.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on.
As the natural evolution.
I want to shit on something. Go on.
You want to shit on something. All right, so we've got the last two matches. Spears and Cody. AEW side. Rob had issues changing the channel because he bought an app that he has to watch ads to change the channel on. It's a different story.
Oh, God.
And we have Ciampa and Gargano, the final beat. Rebel Heart versus, what's the other heart? Blackheart. I thought the thing at the beginning, Hunter saying, repeat of last week, but hey, this is the last time. I thought the ending was decent for something new.
Great analysis.
But tearing up the ring, a lot of the other stuff that they did, making it so long, going up the 18-wheeler to just come back down and run back inside. I felt this drug to its eternal ending. I think you could have cut every bit of that outside shit out, and it probably would have been better. Rob, you watched it with me. What do you think?
I got to disagree with you on the aspect of you just kind of shitting on the whole thing there. I mean, look, bear with me.
I wasn't shitting on the whole thing. I was just this is another produced match that I don't believe these guys wrestled for an hour.
Okay, so it was a shit sandwich, and here's what I mean by that: is you had two loaves of bread, and everybody loves bread, that covered a shit sandwich. The match itself was fine. It was okay, but it's what we've seen. We're going to call that shit. The opening with Hunter saying, "This is the last fucking time. I got a ref here. You guys going to do this, and then we're done with it." Great. And then the ending with Candice getting involved in her double swerve there with the cup. Fantastic. So, again, two fantastic. We got a fantastic on the beginning, fantastic on the end. In the middle, everything we thought it would be. I thought it was fine. What I liked about it more than anything was it said, hey, this is over. This is done. We are done with Ciampa. We're done with the Gargano. We're not doing it no more. And hallelujah, because we've been saying, oh, my God, as much as we like these guys, we're so tired of this rivalry. We can't hear you, Adam. Whatever you did.
Sorry for everything that just happened on my camera, though.
What's wrong with you, man? Get your shit together.
Sorry. Anyway, Brian, just shit all over this match. I wrote these notes just to make sure that I kind of get my. I'll wait. This match we have at the end. The board is asking: does the fact that Candice not shot at Ciampa make her a heel? Did she go heel?
No.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, They're married. They're an item. She's doing good by her man, so she has his back.
Yeah, but it's not like Bianca and Montez. It's not like the two of them, who are both faces and obviously going to team together. It's not like Zelina and Alistair. Alistair's kind of a tweener. She's a heel. If that happened, like all the other couples, this one, Candice is a pure babyface, and Gargano jump ropes the heel.
Well, Candice is not a pure babyface when it comes to her husband. The thing with this is
that's fair.
The thing with this is that Ciampa was. I mean, regardless of how the crowd reacts to him, Ciampa has been the heel for a while, right? He's been a heel for a while. Gargano went through a heel phase, and he slowly went back to a face phase. And in this match, if you want to do identity politics, Ciampa was a heel, Gargano was the face. And she came in saying, as a wife, I'm fucking tired of this. Fucking give it up, whatever, kick you in the nuts. And it was all a ploy. Is it saying that she's a heel now? No. In her division, she is what she is. It's saying that she was defending her husband's right, or helping her husband to get over the shit that she's frankly tired of herself. That's how I took it.
Real quick, I don't know if you remember or saw Rob at the end, or Brian, if you want to speculate here too. At the end, when Candice and Johnny were leaving, I don't want to overshadow all of this, but there was clearly someone in the car. It looked like fucking the puppet from Saw. I don't know what the fuck was going on in there. Evan is suggesting that it was Killer Cross. What do you guys think? There was that promo earlier that I thought was Killer Cross. I don't know. I hadn't mentioned it because I was waiting for this part, but Ryan, what's your take?
I don't know. I know he's one of the names that's kind of been rumored to be debuting on SmackDown. So I don't know.
And I heard the same rumors that he was going to skip the NXT.
Which I think is crazy because, I mean, if you go back and look at all the guys that have been in WWE, the only ones to skip it, AJ and fucking Mike Kanellis, which he only skipped it because of Maria. But so it's weird that he would be the only one.
And AJ skipped it. Fucking obvious.
So we saw a puppet in a car, right?
I don't know what it was.
Okay, so
it looked like it was a person. It looked like it was Bruce Pritchard sitting in the front seat with the lights on, holding a puppet that looked like a female version of the puppet from the Saw movies.
Okay, so why aren't we thinking Bray?
Bray.
I'm saying you got a puppet in the car, and Bray Wyatt just got done doing the Fiend thing with Cena. What's he doing now? I don't know.
He just destroyed John Cena.
I know,
one of the most iconic wrestlers. Why would he go back to NXT?
Yeah,
but why is Charlotte back in NXT?
Oh,
but that's whatism, Rob.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm giving an example of why it could be the fact. It could be like Gargano has a feud with Bray. Honestly, I mean, what's the problem with that?
Who would want to see that? What would be the point of that? Why would that be the next chapter for Gargano? And why would that be the next chapter for Bray? He just killed Cena.
I don't know.
You're reaching here, buddy.
Maybe. Go do the Cody thing. I'm going to shit on that.
Hey, can I just go to the board real quick? Just because Evan Wright, he wrote something. He said it was absolutely Scarlett Bordeaux in the car. You could see her face clearly.
Cool.
So if Scarlett's in the car, then that means it was Killer Cross as well. So there you go.
Okay, because I told you it looked like, from my vantage point, like it was a female version of the puppet. That's probably Scarlett. I don't know who the guy
That's
was.
a good point, Rob. Fiend in NXT again, says Soji. Hey, what if Fiend, he did a whole thing about, Husky Harris and trying to rewrite his past. I don't see the problem here.
I'm not against it.
I'm probably wrong. Let's go to Cody.
You're definitely wrong.
I want to shit on Cody. Go ahead.
Cody takes on Sean Spears. You remember Sean Spears, Rob? He's the guy that left WWE because he was not used properly,
right,
and off TV a lot, and 50-50 booked or not booked at all.
Right.
So he makes the jump to AEW so that he can beat Cody at... No, that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
What about tonight? He's going to beat him in the TNT Championship tournament, right? I mean, we've got the Murder Hawk in the building, right?
Right, Brian? I mean, you got Sean Spears, who you think is a really good, probably mid-card kind of guy. And you got Cody, who's apparently now the John Cena of AEW.
That's not true.
No,
Cody's
really?
been putting everyone over. What are you talking about?
Really? He's putting everyone over?
Yes.
Yeah?
No, I mean, not yet, but over the past few meetings that him and Sean Spears have had, Sean Spears has won both of the previous matches, so I don't know how he's beat. I think Cody's 0-2 against Spears so far.
But what has happened with those 0-2, Brian? What's happened with Sean Spears?
Yeah.
He's been looking for a tag team partner.
Well, I mean, honestly,
perfect opportunity for that tag team partner to make themselves known and give him the victory. Or this is the perfect opportunity for Lance Archer to come out and fucking cost Cody the win. This is a perfect opportunity to do a lot of things, and they did none of them.
I don't think so. This is. I mean, this is just a quarter. This is the first round in the tournament. Having Cody go over, I don't see a problem with it. It's not like he's going to win the whole thing.
Then don't put him against Spears.
Yeah.
That's what Rob
he gives the entire tournament credibility. That's why I have no problem with him being in this, because him going for the TNT championship, that means that it actually means something. It's not just some throwaway like a fucking 24/7 championship.
Look, if you hate Sean Spears, and I think people on our board hate Sean Spears, that's fine. Hate him.
I don't get it.
But
I don't get the hate.
Well, I mean, I think it's heel hate. I think it's true heel hate for him. And if that's the case, then put him in the situation to be a mid-card fucking champion. At least a contender for a mid-card championship. So Cody says, "Oh, I'm going to give up all rights to me being the NXT or the AEW champion, right? I'm going to give all rights up because of what happened in the past, right? That's out the window. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be the TV champion." No, it should not be about Cody. Sean Spears should have won this match by hook or crook. I'm not saying clean, by hook or crook, and move forward, putting Cody completely out of this 100%. Why take him out?
Sorry, were you finished?
I'm done.
I agree with both of you. I think putting Cody in here does bring it credibility, Brian. But Rob told me this point a while ago off air. Don't let him come close to winning this title. Have him bounced in the first round because, number one, that'll swerve you. And number two, here's your big gun of the company, the guy who's got the big stake, and he now has lost his opportunities to get both those titles to be the first championship. He's the guy that's eternally chasing and can't get something. You know, that Rob sold me on that idea, and I was like, yeah, have him bounce in the first round. And everything that Jake's been saying, have you noticed us? Have you noticed us? Have we got your attention? This would be the way. We cost you a chance at another championship. And guess what else? Sean Spears advances. That would be a good story, too. They did none of it, Brian. Try to defend that. That's a big swing and a miss.
No, I mean, obviously, and you said it before, Sean Spears is kind of doing his thing with the tag team division. So him losing this match, I really don't see a problem with it. Having Cody being in it, having him win this match.
He could advance one more round, and then he could go back to doing his thing after he loses the Darby Guevara winner.
Well,
okay?
it's going to be Darby.
As easily do that. Darby. But that way, Darby could fight Sean Spears. It's something new. Sean Spears, whatever the fucking result is, he can go back and do his partner thing. He got to advance. He got a little credibility. He beat Cody again. That's a thing that you could long-term book much, much later if they're fighting over a real championship or having a real blood feud. It could be, I'm 3-0 against you. I cost you the opportunity to be the first TNT champion, blah, 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 blah. And then you still get Darby, you know, to go over, or Sammy, or whomever the winner is to go over. I think you also, by taking Cody out in the first round, it's like what they did with the tag team titles. The Bucks busting out in the first round, never saw it coming. Never saw it. And it happened. This would have been the same thing.
No, you just wanted the Bucks not to be in it, so you were secretly happy that they lost.
Yes,
I don't want Cody to be in this. I think if it's a mid-card, Rob's right. Cody's supposed to be top card. I don't think Archer should be in this too. I think Archer should be out. Cody should be in, and Archer should have cost him the match and let Spears advance, and you give Archer's spot to somebody else, because it's very obvious in my mind, Brian, that it's going to be Cody and Archer in the end.
No, but I feel like
the rest of this is just bullshit.
But if Cody was in, like, you just said that you'd rather Cody be in, like, he should be in the top tier. He should be going for the main belt. But why? That doesn't make any sense.
No,
because
he doesn't have to go.
He should be in the top card. The top card.
He should be the top card. If Archer is not in this tournament and Cody is, you get your victory, Brian, of having that name ID of Cody being in this tournament. And then Rob's right. He gets his ass bounced right away by Archer. The tournament can be about the mid-card, which is what it's supposed to be. And instead, they're combining the Archer-Cody feud into this mid-card tournament belt.
But how do that's how you elevate
unnecessary.
I
that's
disagree.
Unnecessary. This is a feud that you have going already. You don't need to take up all these other guys who could use the push of this tournament. Just saying.
Just saying, Brian.
Kip Sabian, good push. Guevara, Allen, Spears, all these other guys not named Archer or Cody that could benefit from this tournament if those guys weren't in it? Yeah, Rob.
No, I'm good. You're good. Go ahead. That was
You
my.
said-
That was,
you're giving me the wrap it up signal.
yeah, that was my. Come on, let's move on to the awards.
All right, what's the board real quick, and then we'll go to the boards. Board's only got a couple comments. Evan says, I disagree. We need Cody Darby, and Darby finally going over Cody. Okay, but you still don't need to have Archer in there. Maybe it costs him at the next round. I just don't like that. I feel this tournament's just about them. And Soji says, Cody's not winning the new title. Jake is going to cost him. Why would they keep doing Jake promos? Why does it have to be about the title that he costs him?
Right.
He could do anything else.
Right.
Anyway, awards tonight. We got Marked Out and Petty Town for both shows. Rob, since you wanted to speed it up, I know you want to kick it off, birthday boy. What's your Marked Out, both shows?
Marked Out for AEW is going to have to be, man. Oh, goodness me. I'm really trying to think about a Marked Out moment, and I have to go with the Jake promo, I guess. Yeah, that's it, Jake promo. The Marked Out for NXT is going to be Io Shirai. Yeah, hell yeah, winning.
Yeah, I actually have Io Shirai winning as my Marked Out. And for AEW, I've got Matt Hardy. Particularly the comments about Sammy Guevara, false god, false Latin, doesn't even speak Spanish. Those had me rolling. Brian.
Let's see. Marked Out for NXT would have to be another Malcolm Bivens appearance. I fucking love him. I think he's great.
Yeah.
So he's going to add a whole lot to NXT as far as managerial duties go.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's awesome. And for AEW, that's a good one. You know what? I'm going to give it that promo with Kenny and Michael Nakazawa, just not taking themselves so seriously. Yeah, I mean, there was not all that much. I guess I didn't really mark out. This is kind of, I'm stretching this.
Yeah, that's
award.
the Marked Out award, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with that one. I'm just going to keep going with it.
Okay.
Evan Wright, late comment. He says Cody is locked to the mid card because they're showing continuity of their storylines and honoring the Jericho step. Again, Evan, that plays to my point. Put him in the tournament, bounce him first round. Like Rob says, he doesn't have to lose clean, but just get him out of there. He's trying because that's the only belt he can get, but then get him out. Evan also, his Marked Out is Nakazawa getting a match on Dynamite, which was competitive and entertaining. Soji says, we got blood. That's his Marked Out.
I want to adjust my Marked Out for AEW. My Marked Out moment for AEW was when Britt Baker got fucking backslammed over the fucking top turnbuckle.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Splinter says Marked Out the replay of AA spine busting Sean Spears. Okay. And Stike says Marked Out NXT. Candace, the low blow to Ciampa and Matt Hardy for AEW. Last stop is Petty Town. I'm going to go last. I'm going to let Rob go first again.
I don't want to go first again.
It's your birthday.
Yeah,
You
come on,
took
birthday
lots of
boy.
notes.
Oh, okay. My Petty Town for AEW is going to be Jericho not being able to call moves on commentary. And my Petty Town for NXT is going to be nobody wearing N95 masks. There you go. It's not a good one.
Brian?
That's what I got.
What are we doing now?
I don't know. It's the Petty Town. Last stop.
Oh, last stop, Petty Town. Let's see. For AEW, you know what? I'm disappointed that there's no Hangman Page. He's one of the best parts of AEW.
That's
so Petty Town.
Good one.
That's me being petty. And for NXT, You know, I don't have one for NXT. I don't have one. I didn't watch enough of it, man. I was too busy with AEW, bro.
Bored.
All right. So, I'm going to go. Then I'll get to the board.
Rob wants to
My
get
Petty
drunk.
Towns for
I'm already
AEW is very, very obvious, Brian. It's Britt Baker being on my TV. And then on NXT, I know Evan earlier said that these were recorded before Mania. These are the last to go. We've had definitely pre-shot and heavily edited AJ and Taker, which we saw first. Then we had the Firefly Funhouse, which we saw second. We had the Last Man Standing with Edge and Orton. Then we had Firefly Funhouse. Now we have this. Out of the 4, this is definitely the weakest. Out of the 4, I felt that they overdid it with the guys, no announcers trying to tell their story and go over the top. Like, you didn't need anyone to announce AJ and Taker's match. It just existed, and you didn't hear them having to go, yeah, you want this? Oh, I'm going to do this. Like Ciampa and Gargano were talking all the time. Most of the spots were friggin' similar, and the reason I gave it the Petty Town, though, was I'm worried that since this is the 4th one of these in 5 days, that WWE is going to take advantage of this. This is not an impressive 1-hour match. This is a 3-4 hour taping they did to get these spots right, that they dragged out a lot of it. I feel, I know it's really, really Petty Town, but I'm worried where they're going to go with this if this continues, Rob.
I agree.
I saw you drinking the whole time. I knew you didn't see it.
Oh, no, I'm
Brian,
up.
do you understand what I mean? Like,
Totally.
This is really cool on the AEW side because we have not had one of these. So Elite Deletion is going to be the first one of it. But if they were to do 5 of these or 4 of these in 5 days,
yeah, that would be
trite.
Yeah, it would be total overkill, but it's okay for them to do it. Like you said, yeah, this is gonna be the first time with them doing it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't see that.
I just don't want them to run the gimmick into the ground. Petty Town's on the board. Io's going to get screwed. That's from Soji.
Yep.
Bivens with 2 massive anchors around his legs. That's from Evan. Sklenner says Tony fanboying Jericho all night on commentary. Jay says no Tully and Arn at ringside. What the fuck? And then Evan, Petty Town for Stike. Jericho on commentary. Adam Cole's promo was the same one he shot the previous week, Stike says. And then Evan's going to go, you know how WWE is going to make the cinematic shit stale just like they do everything else. He's agreeing with me. Yeah. This is and again, Evan said it earlier, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. This was the last one aired. If it was the first one filmed, shame on them for being the last one aired. But after the 2 from the weekend with Firefly and Boneyard, the rest just kind of fell flat to me. Soji late Petty Town. They jumped the shark with Jericho on commentary. They took rare chemistry he had with Excalibur and Ross a few weeks ago, and they milked it tonight and failed.
Amen.
It was different. He was only on one match, when he did with them.
It was bad.
He tried to do all night with Shivani, and it was horrible.
It was bad.
Schiavone.
Yeah, that plays once. When you say it 100 times, it turns into a WWE thing. Last call, final thoughts if we have them, anything quick. I want to do some plugs as Brian and Rob, you collect your final thoughts. We're going to be back Monday night, quarantine episode, whatever. Keeping this going. We if they were to stop giving us new wrestling for whatever reason, we'd probably cover some old ass episode just so that the 3 of us could have an excuse to talk wrestling.
But they're not. But they're not.
I know, but they are going to continue. Rob told us earlier it's going to be live from the PC. Fuck the Florida order, or they got an exception from Trump, but it's going to continue. So we're going to get a live Raw, not a tape.
Wait, I think I know how they're going to do it.
Which, real quick, Brian, and I'll cut to you. I thought they had already taped that, so it was real weird to me. Like, are they just scrapping it and going live? But go ahead, take it away.
No, they WWE, and this is breaking news. I literally just got the text right here. They just signed Elijah Burke, aka the Pope. So now they're gonna send him to the PC, and they're gonna just do it. They're gonna have a lot of religious services, so that's how they get around it. They're gonna say it's a religious gathering. And that's why DeSantis is going to let them do that in Florida, and boom, there you go. They're going to be able to record. That's how you get a loop. That's how you politic, brother.
Fucking loophole.
Rob, I thought it was actually the loophole was the thermometer suppositories.
I have no comment there. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yes, you do. How do you check the temperature?
Coy. Yeah.
If you're a kid. Yeah.
You all right over there, Robert?
No, I'm drunk. Let's finish it up.
Sklenner's final thought is for Brian. He says, "Where's my check the tape shirt?" Check the tape.
brother, it's coming. We're actually
Brian lies, but if
no,
you want to
that's not
say
true.
now why you're lying, Brian.
See, what had happened was right now Greg is overseas. He's still stuck in Jeddah from doing the WWE.
Are you really putting this on Greg?
Yeah,
leave Greg alone.
Greg's fault.
Nobody knows who Greg is yet.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you know why they don't know who Greg is?
I know why.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
is that, Robert? Why is that drunk?
I don't know,
Robert?
because you haven't finished Greg's intro video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, you guys are now you're
He
I
got
that-
repackaged again, Rob.
you're playing it up like it's like this like big huge thing. Like it's
Hey, look,
we have bigger fish to fry.
I
Rob.
first saw his debut promo video like 5 months ago, so I'm just curious when it's gonna come out.
Yeah, we saw part 1 5 months ago in this.
Yeah.
Forgot all about that, Rob. There was a rough edit 5 months ago.
Actually, it wasn't 5. Oh yeah, it was 5 months.
Yeah, it was.
Superbad was written in like 3 years. So
Okay, well, Clerks was done in like
Yeah.
a month, so there you go.
Yeah.
yeah, is that my
bro.
final? Was that my final thought?
Is it your final thought?
What is your
I have no
final
idea. What's your
thought?
final thought?
So we can get the fuck out of here before Rob forgets to turn off the stream and we have another long episode.
Yeah,
to be
that's
drunk.
true. My final thought is I'm just thankful to be able to still be doing this with you guys and for the people that are on the board too. Thank you for listening during this fucking strange time. We'll all get through this together. That's it.
Like says WWE is essential business like Lowe's. They're allowed to continue. I get Lowe's because they sell 3 masks, but shouldn't they wall off the rest of the store? I got people like I see all over Facebook that are building decks in their time off, and just I know they went and got all that shit, buying new tools and whatever. I get it; it's a great time to do this, but aren't we supposed to be staying at home? That's my
sounds petty.
final thought. It is, but that's my final thought. Soji says Adam needs Soul Glow. Happy birthday, Rob. That's his final thought. And Sklenner says, glad to be acknowledged amongst the 3,000 strong tonight. Thank you, Sklenner. We'll work on that shirt for you.
Yeah.
For Rody Rob, for Bionic Brian, tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
And wash your fucking hands.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
MARKEDOUT Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's Ravepro.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.